The following program is presented by Kevin Shorey Ministries, whose mission is to fulfill the Great Commission by spreading the word that Jesus is the answer for this world today. Live from Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee, this is the Valentine's edition of AM Kevin, starring evangelist, composer, and gospel artist Kevin Shorey and the entire AM Kevin Club gang. And now, reaching coast to coast and around the world with the message that Jesus is the answer for this world today, is your host, Kevin Shorey.
I'm so glad you're watching today. Mark Thomas is back and he's with us, and we missed him. I'm so glad he's back. We have him singing his original songs with us. I love this. So Facebook, you can't mute us because they're all original and they're his songs, okay? They've been trying to mute us lately, but even with originals, I don't know what that's all about. But we love you, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Glad you all are all on. Glad you that are watching. I can see the Facebook friends on. They're watching in Texas. Hey, Darius and Judy. Larry out in California. Laura in Indiana. Mel in Virginia. Sherry and Nancy and Isaiah in Idaho. This song's for you and everybody watching. Here's Mark Thomas to sing one of his songs, Mercy on Me. Give him a nice hand as he comes and he sings for us.
Dear God in heaven, have mercy on me. My feet are tired, my heart is so weak. There are so many miles to go before I can sleep. Dear God in heaven, have mercy on me. You put me in this weary world when I was just a child. And lately, Lord, it seems my life is one trial after trial. I'd never made it this far if you were not my friend. Oh Lord, give me strength I need to make it to the end. Dear God in heaven, have mercy on me. My feet are tired, my heart is so weak. There are so many miles to go before I can sleep. Dear God in heaven, have mercy on me. Lord, send your angels down for me when my journey's through. And I won't shed one tear to leave, 'cause I know I'll be with you. You'll rock me in your arms, Lord. You'll wipe away my tears. Well done, my faithful servant, all the words I long to hear. Dear God in heaven, have mercy on me. My feet are tired, my heart is so weak. There are so many miles to go before I can sleep. Dear God in heaven, have mercy on me. There are so many miles to go before I can sleep. Dear God in heaven, have mercy on me. Dear God in heaven, have. Lord, have mercy on me. Mercy on me.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Thomas. That's awesome. Awesome. It just makes me jealous because he's such a great keyboardist and also a great singer and
Well, thank you,
and
Kevin.
songwriter and all. That's kind of like let's see, somebody was saying it sounds kind of like a Jewish flair, but to me it was like a blues, which we had Terry Lynn Blues on yesterday. She does blues rock kind of stuff.
Cool, yeah.
And so I was just kind of carrying on the theme, but we're not blue today. It's Valentine's Day.
All right.
You wore the appropriate color.
All right.
I did not.
Love.
But I did
You
find.
got some red.
I found some pandas that were. Let's see if I can get the closer. There we go. I have some pandas kissing there in the red flowers. That I don't know. This I think some old girlfriend years ago gave me this tie. But so this was. I'm pretty sure she did. But anyway, hello Barbara. Anyway, this here 2 pandas, and I thought I'd wear that for Valentine's since I don't know. I've been wearing red a lot. I thought I'd try something different. But so you took care of the red for us. So thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Anyway, so without any, every day we celebrate a holiday, and I say, every day is a holiday, and so it's worth getting up because every day is a day the Lord has made, and so this one's an easy one. Everybody knows what today is, but I'll do the segue anyway.
Every day is a holiday, celebrating some person, place, or thing. And here at AM Kevin, we love to acknowledge each and every one. Here's Kevin with today's special day.
I really love that dancing cat that Larry put in there. That was really awesome. So happy Valentine's Day, and I hope you have a Valentine. You can always find a Valentine if you want to. I used to call it the black holiday when I was single. I didn't get married until I was 40, so I was single a long time. And so I I called it the black holiday. But, when you really think about it, there's always somebody, whether it's your siblings, your parents, I always had a Valentine, so I can't complain. But every Valentine's, either I talk about how it was created or who Saint Valentine was. Well, today I've got some more useless trivia about Valentine's Day. Did you know that 2009, that was only 13, 14, 15 years ago?
Yes,
15 years ago in Mexico City, 39,897 families and friends got together in Mexico City and they kissed for 10 seconds. It was the world record for the most simultaneous kisses. 10 seconds, 2009 in Mexico City. There you go. But the really most important part about Valentine's is throughout the year, 75% of chocolate is purchased by women in America. But on this day, 75% of all chocolate purchased is purchased by men on this day. And it is, how much would you guess they spend on chocolate on Valentine's Day? I wouldn't have thought. $1 billion of chocolate is bought today in America, just in America. There you go. And so happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And I hope you're doing. Our church is having a Valentine's banquet, a fundraiser for Aurora Rangers and Girls Ministries. So Boys and Girls Ministries. So that's where we're going tonight. And, so we usually go somewhere, Alfred, and we thought, well, let's support the church. Let's go to church. Well, it's not really going to church. It's a Valentine's banquet. There'll be fun and games and all that good stuff. But all right, let's take our medicine because we want to get to Mark and have him sing some more. But we take our medicine every day, Mark, and that means we have a joke of the day. If you have a joke you want to share, you can. I'm kidding, but if you do, you can. But I have prepared for this day. Roll it, Larry.
Well, it's time for Kevin's Joke of the Day.
All right, I'm not so sure this one's true, but okay, I'll tell this one anyway. A mother saw her 2-year-old swallow a nickel. Immediately, she picked him up, turned him upside down, and sharply hit his back. The child coughed up 2 dimes. Beside herself, she called out to her husband, "Little Billy just swallowed a nickel and coughed up 2 dimes. What do I do?" The father yelled back, "Keep feeding him nickels." Well, I don't know. I like this. I always have a backup just in case because, well, not just in case. It's like pretty much always the case that my jokes are not that great. So you can pick the greatest of the 2, all right? So this one is a true story. Little boy had a bad habit of sucking his thumb. His mother tried in vain. I remember my little brother sucking his thumb, and he always had to suck his thumb. This is my youngest brother. No, it was a middle brother. I'm the oldest, and he's 2 years younger than me. But I remember him so, because he was past 2 years old and still sucking his thumb was a bad habit. Sorry to put you on blast, Steve. But he had to suck it with a diaper. Now, back then, there weren't the throwaway diapers, disposable. There were the cloth diapers you had to wash and rev all the time and hang up on the clothesline. I'm so old. And anyway, so he had to have a cloth diaper around his thumb or he would cry. I remember this as it was yesterday. And my mom would always bring it up at family parties, so I always remember it. Anyway, a little boy had a bad habit of sucking his thumb. His mother tried in vain to break him of the habit. Finally, she pointed out a large man and told her son that man has a big stomach because he sucked his thumb. Wow. The next day, the boy was in the grocery store and spotted a pregnant woman. He stared and stared in amazement at the obviously oversized belly. Finally, the woman became annoyed and said, "Stop looking at me, little boy. You don't even know me." And the boy looked at her and said, "No, I don't know you, but I know what you've been doing." That deserved a laugh track. There you go. But I know what you've been doing. See, that joke is a double layered joke. I know what you've been doing. See, he thinks. Okay. She was obviously not sucking her thumb. But anyway, that is our joke of the day. And I want to encourage you today, just like the one that sent this card, Miss Phyllis, thank you, out there in Arizona, sending in their monthly support. I encourage you to pray about monthly support and what you can do to help us. First of all, we need your prayers and that support that way, but your financial support helps us not only to be able to do this and to, survive with the bills that come with this, but to do the crusades that we did last year. We went to the Bahama Islands, we went to Ethiopia and Africa, and God has opened other doors in other countries. The only thing keeping us from going through it is finances. That's stupid. I can't stand money anyway, but it takes money in this world. And if you want to be a part of this growing ministry, please help us. An AM Kevin Club member starts at $11 because 11 rhymes with Kevin. No, there's more to it, but it does. If it's $11 a month, we'll send you the official AM Kevin Club mug, which has the Laura tea in it. Miss Laura, one of our partners, sent me a box of oolong tea, and so everything tastes better in an AM Kevin Club mug. But anyway, so Mark's not laughing now. He didn't like the other jokes, but he laughed at that one. So, no. So we'll send you this, and you get our monthly newsletter by email or snail mail, whichever you prefer. And you can sign up right there below us in yellow. It says Kevin Shorey. I should have put it in red because it's Valentine's. I'm not thinking today. KevinShorey.com, or call me at, nobody ever calls me, but I say it anyway, 844-47-KEVIN. I pay for an 800 number, nobody ever calls me, but no, I'm not sad about it. It's just like, I'm sad about the $20 a month I spend to have an 800 number. Nobody, and everybody calls toll free now anyway, basically with their cell phone plans. But anyway, I just thought I'd have a number that people could remember, 844-47-KEVIN. And if you do that, we're celebrating 41 years I've been in ministry as an evangelist, and we had these made for us to celebrate. It has all of our social media and television platforms. We're on all the podcast platforms. That audience is growing. People are listening to the program on Spotify and different platforms. And it has my catchphrase, Jesus is the answer. It has a picture from the old studio there, but then our website. But it's a Tumblr, or as my mom said, she was from Massachusetts, Tumblr. So the Tumblr is available, $41 for the 41 years that keep us going another year or more. And you say, well, it's a Tumblr. Well, it has a metal straw and a cleaner brush comes with it, but I want you to pick 2 bonus gifts. So you get the Tumblr and go to my website that you see right there and get one of my CDs or the DVD, Kevin Shorey and Friends. That's 25 songs on there. I've been honored on television to be able to sing duets with certain people. Babby Mason, Debbie Boone, The Couriers, Marvin Winans, BB Winans, Dottie Rambo. They're all on here, 25 songs. So pick that. You got my Christmas CD, my very first, who is that kid? My very first album we turned into a CD. There's a CDs, there's the first person, that's like Jesus telling you his story. Somebody geniusly, if that's a word, if I can make that an adverb, geniusly or an adjective, created a New Testament, chronological New Testament in first person, as if Jesus is telling you his story. It's called I Am God the Son. And they did it also for young people and called it The Son, the One True Superhero, and have it all in anime as well as Jesus telling his story. This is the Gospels in one little paperback book. We have our Friends of Israel ball cap, and we're going to keep the flag up until the war has been won. And we are friends with Israel. This was made just for us. Nobody else has this. It's the cross with the Star of David. The official Kevin Shorey Show t-shirt. Pick 2 of these as a bonus free. When you give your $41, we'll send you the Tumblr and 2 bonus gifts of your choice just to say thank you for helping us go forward in 2024. And God's going to open the door in 2024 has been the thing for us, but the one that got passed, I think is even more important. Not that I really have ever been, I don't think anybody in America is ever poor, but for sure I don't want to be poor in 2024. So we're not going to be poor. That's for you and for me and for all of us as we give and serve and lift up the Lord together. And thank you, Miss Nancy, for becoming an AM Kevin Club member. She says another check is in the mail for the Tumblr. All right. And Robin said, keep the flag up always. And, we do support Israel. And this is where we come from. We're grafted into them. So very important. Okay, I think I covered everything except for just the other day. I just wanted to say this. Mark, you were here if you were in town. And like 2 nights ago, yesterday, sunny, beautiful. Today, sunny, gorgeous. 55, 60 degrees, wonderful. But the night before was this. That was my front yard. That was my front of my house. Buckets of snow. I mean, big flakes. Did you see those flakes? I was driving. I was too. And my wife is just... She does the the gorilla grip on the oh my Lord help me bar and the and then my knee, and she's like squeezing, because now I lived 5 years or so in South Dakota, so I'm not like a professional, but I do know how to drive in snow ice, and so I wasn't worried, but she was, because you could not see, if you kept your eyes on that snow, you could get hypnotized and go off the road, but. You really couldn't see the road that well. And we were in town in Ashland City visiting some friends, and we're coming back when it hit. So that was quite something. And look at... Anyway, I won't bore you with snow, but I just thought that was interesting. And now it's 60 and sunny. You just never know. But I do love the weather here, for sure. I grew up in Florida, where we didn't get a lot of that, or changes in the weather. I lived for some time in California, same thing. I don't even think they know what even a lightning bolt looks like in California. It doesn't even rain up where I lived. But anyway, I said all that to say, you just never know what the day is going to bring forth. And when Ruth told me that Mark Thomas was going to be on, I said, who's that? No, I said, really, it's been so long. I thought maybe he didn't like us, but now he's back. And why don't we sing a song? And this one is about the man in the middle. Well, that's about...
Well,
that's got to be about Jesus,
today,
right?
yes, is Valentine's Day, but it's also Ash Wednesday, the first
That's right.
day of Lent. And this song is appropriate for the solemn season that we're in.
Yeah.
The man in the middle.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Thomas once again. Let's push the song. There we go.
I was guilty as sin, destined to die, just a thief on a cross with no alibi. He was an innocent man, hung between thieves. I watched him die for sinners like me. So how am I here now in this beautiful place? I'll gratefully tell you as I enter heaven's gate. The man in the middle said I could come. I know in my heart he's God's only son. It's not who I am, it's nothing I've done. The man in the middle said I could come. He looked past my sin when he looked at me. He did not judge, all he saw was my need. His gift of grace I never earned, the mercy he showed I did not deserve. So how am I here now in this beautiful place? I'll gratefully tell you as I enter heaven's gate. The man in the middle said I could come. I know in my heart he's God's only son. It's not who I am, it's nothing I've done. The man in the middle said I could come. He said I could come. The man in the middle said I could come.
Yeah, come on. Wow. That the fact that it's Ash Wednesday and Valentine's Day, it's perfect because the greatest love. I've got a short reel out right now going all over media about love story, and I play the theme for love story in the background. Oh, yeah. And then I said, but the greatest love was that man in the middle died for you and me. I mean, no greater love has a man than to lay down his life for somebody. And were you raised in church, or did you?
I was. I was born one week, and I think it was in the nursery the next.
In the nursery the next. Yeah. I feel the same way. And then born again.
Born again at the age of 13.
13. Wow. That's great. I mean, what flavor of church did you grow up in?
I went to Baptist Church in St. Louis.
In St. Louis. So you were a Show Me, Missouri, huh?
Show Me. My last name's Thomas, Doubting Thomas, and I'm in a state that says you got to show me.
I know, right? So you know about Branson and all.
Yeah.
So you must have visited Branson.
I did, and I also did a show in Branson for 6 months. I was music director and pianist of a 2-hour country music review there.
Wow. Did you know, how old were you when you knew you were going to do this for a living? This was going to be what God had for
I
you.
started piano lessons, and I really wasn't digging it, and I wasn't getting it, and I quit. But then I started again like in 6th grade, and my Sunday school teacher found out, and she gave me a hymnal and said, "Here, you have to play next week." So that was hard because I was a new student, and I couldn't read all those. The hymnal's not a piano book; it's a choral book.
Right.
So soprano, alto, tenor, bass. I couldn't read those moving parts, but I could peck the melody out.
Yeah.
But I was embarrassed to show up and just play the melody, so I started basically teaching myself how to jam on the chords. So really, I was teaching myself improv, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Right there. That's good. Church is a great teaching place. But how'd you get to Nashville?
By way of Smithville, Tennessee.
Smithville.
Yeah. I went to seminary, and I went to Southern in Louisville, and was called to First Baptist Church Smithville as their full-time minister of music and youth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Music minister and youth.
Yeah.
The smaller churches, like you got one job,
Good
but
combo.
you really have 10 jobs.
Well, hey, when I left, it took 2 people to replace me, and they each paid them what they were paying me.
See,
so
well, there you go.
I was doing the work of 2 people. Yeah.
That's awesome. And then so you came to Nashville after of that.
Yes.
But now all this before I went back up. I know you have a bachelor's and a master's in piano performance, right?
Yes.
So that was some time. Where did you go and to school? The university.
University of Missouri, St. Louis, with graduate work at the Conservatory at Kansas City, and then Southern.
We have the real deal here.
Studied
today,
with
folks.
Dr. Maurice Henson, a world-renowned piano pedagogue. I had 2 thoughts at once, and then I. But getting those degrees and then the piano performance degree. Did you think you would maybe be a teacher or a performer? I mean, it's piano performance. Yeah.
Which were you leaning towards?
Well, when I
growing up,
I was leaning toward becoming a lawyer and getting into politics until April of my senior
I
year.
knew there was an extra story in here somewhere. And then what happened?
And then my piano teacher said, she was a Christian, and she said, "Hey, Mark, what are you doing this fall when you graduate?" And I said, "I'm going to go to school and get a law degree and a pre-law degree, and then hopefully get into politics." And she said, "Well, what about piano?" And I said, "What about it?" She said, you wouldn't want to major in music?" She said, "I've never had a student like you for piano." And I said, "You can do that?" I said, "You can go to college?" I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, how do you make money when you graduate?" And she didn't know. She didn't have a degree either.
Yeah.
Although she went back when I became a music major. So I went and auditioned for this school, and they said, "What degree do you want?" And I said, "I don't even know what the possibilities are." And they said, "Well, we have a music ed degree." And I said, "Okay, what do you do?" Well, they told me then, you teach public school music.
Yeah.
And I just started sweating. And
Yeah.
I was really shy
Yeah.
still. And I was like, "No, I don't want to. I'll be a lawyer before you get in front of all those kids."
Yeah.
And they said, "And we have a piano performance degree." I said, "What's that?" And they told me, "That's intensive piano study." Well, when my piano teacher said, "What about music?" she said, "I think you should pray about this decision." So I started praying, and I felt like the Lord answered me with one word. And that word was when I said, "What should I do?" I felt like he just said, piano, that's all.
Yeah.
And so when they said, "Oh, that degree's just piano," I was like, yes, that's what God said.
It's huge.
So
It's great.
I said, "I'll do that." And 2 out of the 3 teachers seemed to think I didn't have the background for that. But the third said, and he was chairman of the department, he said, "I think he could do it." So I went to that school, and I requested him as my teacher.
Wow.
And
This is the University of Missouri?
no,
St.
this
Louis?
is, first I did my freshman year at Southwest Baptist.
Okay.
University in
Is that
Bolivar,
the one?
Missouri.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No Bolivar.
Then that teacher left after my freshman year, and he said, "Hey, I'm leaving here, and if you're serious about piano performance, I think you should too."
Wow.
So I said, "Okay." And then I found a concert pianist, Evelyn Mitchell, Viennese-born, toured all of Europe at child prodigy, competed in the Chopin competition, international, and she was a concert pianist who lived in St. Louis and taught at University of Missouri. So that's when I found her and switched to her.
Wow.
Huge, incredible influence.
And I know
on
what
my
y'all
life.
are asking. So why is he not playing the piano? And I asked Mark, why isn't he playing the piano
Well, I
today?
broke the radial head on my elbow, and I'm
no.
still healing, and I didn't feel like
Just want to
dragging
clear that
keyboard.
up for y'all, so the ones that are wondering why. But no, but see,
It's heavy. It weighs 100 pounds.
he has to come. I would have gone and got it for you, brother, because I did. If I know,
We'll do that next time.
yes, we will. So that's what I was going to say. That so that means you have to come back.
Okay, I'd love
and
to.
show us. And he played piano last time he was with us, so you guys know you can look up these. The good thing about YouTube, we archive all, and you just look up his name with our name, aka Kevin Club Channel. Type in Mark Thomas, and you will find him playing the last time. But he'll have to come back. And the good news is today, though, he's premiering new songs. This is the first time you've done some of these, right?
Man in the Middle, yes.
Man in the Middle. Wow. And that's a powerful song.
Thank you.
I was, and the song you're about to do, I'd said, I told you, my sister and brother-in-law, they should do, and I was thinking Pam, but I said Carrie, because Carrie's not recording, but Pam is. We got to get this.
Oh, I'd love for her to do
Broken
it.
Bird, I
would
know,
love that.
right? This is coming up, but I got a few more things to ask you because God has really, piano teacher, voice teacher, music.
Colton Dixon, if you know that name, he was my student.
Get out of town.
Came to me when he was 10 years old. I taught him.
American Idol. Colton
Yes,
Dixon,
and
right? Yeah.
talk about shy. He was very shy. And he came to me for piano. I teach all of my piano students classical, how to read, but also at the same time, I teach this improv track. It gets you jamming and playing commercial music. So I got him rocking and rolling, and I said, "Okay, pick some songs for you to sing." He said, "Oh, I just play piano." I said, "Well, I know we're gonna sing now." "No, I just want piano." I said, "Well, there's no melody. You're jamming, but there's no melody." He said,
Such a great singer.
He said, "My sister's a singer. I'll play for her." I said, "Colton, you have to sing too." He said, "I'll quit if you make me sing."
Oh, no.
So I just bided my time, and
Pulled him out of his shell.
Finally, when I Can Only Imagine was a hit, he came to me and said, "Mark, would you teach me that lick? Da, da, da." And I said, "One condition, Colton, you have to sing this on the next recital." He said, "Okay." So we started working on his voice, got him singing. And now when he's interviewed today, he says that's the night that the Holy Spirit told him that's what he's supposed to do.
Whoa.
So
Well,
it was a
Mark,
great joy.
You know your next mission now then is get Colton to come by here.
Okay, I'll tell him.
You must have been so proud when he got on American Idol.
Watched
and
every
all.
week. Yeah.
And now, I hear him on the radio almost every day.
He's incredible.
With his hits and stuff. That's fantastic. And I'm really excited that he's born again, too. And was a great witness on American Idol, for sure.
He's the real deal.
I didn't know about the Colton Dixon thing, but, songwriter, obviously. Actor, now were you in some of these, because here's a list of some of the shows he's been involved in one way or another, either music or maybe acting. I want to ask, the show Nashville, remember Nashville, right? Both my sister-in-laws have been on that. Ralph Emery's show.
I played for your sister-in-law.
Oh, on that one, yes, the Carrie one, not the band one. The 700 Club.
That was acting.
Women of the Civil War.
I did voiceover for a PBS special. Mary Chapin Carpenter was the narrator, and I did several voices, and it won.
I think I know
it won
that
the Emmy Award.
Yeah, wow. You also was a Dove Award for something to do with Casting Crowns music video.
Yeah, I'm the lead actor in Casting Crowns' visual album. We did 11 videos, a whole album worth of videos, and they're not independent of one another. They take place over time. It's like watching a movie in episodes, and they released one a week.
Oh my goodness!
And
Can you find those on YouTube or something?
Oh yeah, just go to Casting Crowns and put Casting Crowns visual album part 1, part 2. My character makes his debut in part 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Part 4, and then on.
Casting Crowns, Part 4. That's all you
And
have
then
to put.
CMA Country Christmas special.
I played Santa Claus for Reba when she sang Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Get out of town! Didn't she do good at the Super Bowl?
Yeah, she's awesome.
She was good.
I
She
love
did the
her.
opening. That was a great arrangement too of the
It was.
Star Spangled Banner. Nashville. Now I mentioned the show, but did you act?
I
in it,
just
or
a
did you-
small part. I played a
just-
publisher.
They both had small. My sister-in-law's both parts. I think Carrie was she was in the studio. She was a studio engineer.
Yeah,
That
cool.
was it.
Fun show.
Yeah, I miss it. It got kind of some other things I didn't care for, but it was mostly good. The Bluebird Cafe, you're a regular out there, and I see the hat.
Yeah, I'll be there February 25th.
Wow, as mainliners on the.
I'm singing 3 songs.
Yeah, that's awesome. Tell me that date. Why not give me a
February
good reason to go on a
25th.
date to
Yeah.
the Bluebird and all. Now they can get your music though. Where do we find you? And to get
Well, I'm working
some of
on
these
some
new songs.
brand new stuff to release real soon. That Man in the Middle, I'm going to release to Country Christian Radio.
Okay, you could have a website
You'll
though,
find
or
me
a-
on
a
iTunes.
Facebook or
Facebook, yeah, you'll find me on
Facebook, iTunes.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, fine. Mark Thomas, that's an easy enough name to spell. You are M-A-R-K, right?
Yep.
Nothing fancy like Mark Allen Barnett. Do you know who he is?
Yeah,
He's a songwriter. Yeah, he's with a C, of course. But anyway, this was the K. So that's amazing and awesome. I wanted to ask. I was thinking about something else you told me about this wonderful concert pianist. No. You did that. The Viennese lady was wonderful. That's awesome. But the book writer that wrote the bridge to...
Yeah, Catherine Patterson is a very famous, internationally acclaimed author, and she's in her 80s now, and she's written all of these books. They're promoted a lot for junior high, middle school, senior high students. But in one of her most famous books, Bridge to Terabithia, was adapted into a play, a musical, and then Disney released it as a movie.
Yeah.
And her son, David Patterson, is a playwright. He's adapting all of her big novels into plays and musicals and movies. And Catherine had written a novel called Come Sing Jimmy Joe, which is the story of this family that sings country bluegrass. And when they decided to turn that into a musical, their usual composer, Steve Liebman, out of New York, he's a Jewish fellow, he said, I know nothing about country or bluegrass, so you have to find somebody else for this one. So that's when they had a national search, and I submitted 5 bluegrass songs, and I was very honored when they asked me to write the song.
So cool.
The first song I sang is from that musical, and the next one is from that musical.
The Broken Bird. This is the song.
And Mercy on Me.
I can hear my sister singing this. But yes, let's do that. All right, let's do Broken Bird. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Thomas, I could talk to him all day. He's got so many things to talk about, including tour with John Barry.
John Barry.
Who you got? There's another one. We got to get him on the program, and I'd love to have like you and Colton or you and John like together. So
I
just
would love
sharing
that. That'd be great.
Stories on the
Sure.
road and
Okay.
stories, But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, once again, wow, what a great voice, what a great talent.
thank you.
And he is part of the kingdom of God. I love that part. Mark Thomas, ladies and gentlemen, Bluebird.
You had your hopes, you had your dreams, they had their plans, they had their schemes to make you what they thought you should be. You tried to bend, but broke in two. But then you learned the truth, and now you know the truth will set you free. Broken bird, go on and fly, find your healing in the sky. Spread your wings and soar so high and free. Feel the freedom of the wind calling out to you again. It's not too late to be what you were meant to be. Broken bird, broken bird, your broken wings were meant for greater things. Deep in your soul you still yearn to fly, settled safely in your nest. Don't give in to second best. High above the clouds you'll find new life. Broken bird, go on and fly, find your healing in the sky. Spread your wings and soar so high and free. Feel the freedom of the wind calling out to you again. It's not too late to be what you were meant to be. Broken bird, go on and fly, find your healing in the sky. Spread your wings and soar so high and free. Feel the freedom of the wind calling out to you again. It's not too late to be what you were meant to be. Broken bird.
Broken bird. Now, Mark didn't know, and let me tell you, I didn't even know until this morning. I didn't have a devotion, a word for today, but man, you just confirmed it. I want to talk about a prophet who got his wings clipped. I mean, he was soaring. He's probably one of the greatest prophets that we talk about. In 1 Kings, in the book of Kings, it's Elijah, and a great prophet. He called down fire. He turned an entire nation back to God, but after the false prophets were killed, Queen Jezebel put out a warrant for his arrest, and he started to run. And he began to run. This is where you catch him in this book, in 1 Kings 19. You didn't know, but I thought, what word could I bring for Valentine's Day? And we know about the greatest love. The greatest love story is Jesus. But in this life, sometimes when it comes to holidays or love, it can cause for some people to be depressed. It cause some people to feel lonely and to feel, like they're all alone. Elijah experienced this as he's running. Here he just saw, fire come from heaven. He saw, the nation turn back to God, and the false prophets were killed. But Jezebel was still alive, Ahab and Jezebel, and they're going to want to kill him. And he's running, and this is 1 Kings 19. When Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done and how he had slain all the prophets with the sword, the Jezebel sent a message and said, "Let the gods do to me worse if by this time I don't take Elijah's life for every one of them." Frightened, Elijah hearing this, he got up and ran for his life. He went to Beersheba, which a lot of people get depressed and run to their beer. Anyway, that just hit me. Beersheba, which belongs to, not a good deal, but which belongs to Judah. He left his servant there. But he himself went a day's journey, went into the wilderness, and went under a bush and prayed that he might die. He says, "This is too much. God, just take my life. I'm no better than my fathers." And sometimes we come to that place. As a matter of fact, I saw a recent survey that 7 out of 10 Americans have admitted that they've seriously considered suicide at one point in their life or another. And that's tragic. And there's some serious mental diseases and depression. I'm not necessarily talking about that, but here Elijah found himself run down, weary emotionally and physically. And sometimes we get that same way. We feel overloaded, overworked, overtired. And the enemy then wants to use that to bring in depression and to keep us mentally down and tired. God gave Elijah the stream and the bush that he slept under a deep sleep, and he fell asleep. And when he woke up, the angel of the Lord came and they provided him food. One time, even the birds, the ravens, came and brought him food and nourishment. And he was restored. And Elijah, once again, became like Popeye taking the spinach, and he's all strength now. I think that many of us just need to sometimes sit back from the situation, rest. First he rested. And then he ate and he helped himself physically in that way. But not only just rest for rest's sake, but rest that makes time away from the issues and the work and the things that wear us down, and be alone with the Lord. You see, I figure if Jesus had to get away and just be alone once in a while, when he was here on earth, we should probably have to do the same thing. Many of us just need rest and time alone with the Lord. These things allow us then to fill our minds with the Word of God and to listen to what he has to say to us. And it doesn't allow for our emotions then to go astray, because it's really emotions and the mind games and the way the enemy tries to work and try to keep us down and depressed. Often depression is just really a result of fatigue, body, mind, and spirit. So, on this Valentine's Day, love the one you're with, and love the Lord with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. Then you fulfill all the law, according to Jesus, when you do those two things. But rest your body when your body starts telling you. It'll give you a sign. The body will tell you. Your mind will tell you. And fill and renew your mind with the Word of God. The Bible says that if we just take time away and present our body as a sacrifice, and become holy and acceptable to him, it says that he will renew our minds. And we need that renewal. So renew your mind, rest your body, and spend time away with Jesus. The Bible says that when you have that spirit of heaviness, which I used to think was when you're overweight, but no, it's not talking about that. Well, spirit of heaviness is depression. It really is. It's really feeling down and discouraged and disillusioned. When you spend time with Jesus, it says, put on the garment of praise. Listen to some Mark Thomas music and put on some praise. And when you put on the garment of praise, it says the spirit of heaviness will fall. Let's become strong in the Lord today and every day. And we can run, but we can't hide from depression or those things of this life. But we can get away and spend time with Jesus. And even Clark Kent had to go to a phone booth to become Superman. So get away, pray the prayer of the holy faith, and pray, and just be re-energized every day. You can be that Energizer bunny if you want, and be strong in the Lord, mind, body, and spirit. Don't allow the enemy, don't be so involved and so overwhelmed by everything that all of a sudden the enemy uses that against you to keep tearing you down. Let me pray for you right now. God, I just pray that right now, everyone within the sound of my voice will experience your healing in their body, in their mind, in their spirit. And they will spend that needed time with you and in your word. As the Bible says that the word, it washes us and it washes our mind and it renews our mind. May we stay in your word and stay close to you and trust in you and put on the garment of praise. Music is so important, and worship to you and adoring you is so important, for it's what allows the spirit of heaviness to fall away from you. For the Lion of Judah breaks every chain, every addiction, every depression, everything the enemy will try to use in whatever situation we're in. So we rebuke the enemy, put him under our feet today and every day. And if anybody within the sound of my voice doesn't know you, Jesus, may they just simply say, Jesus, I receive you into my heart and in my life, and I will serve you all the days of my life. I surrender to you now, for you are the Son of God, and you died for me and rose again. Wash me with your blood and fill me with your spirit. Come live in me, in Jesus' name. And if you prayed that prayer, let us know. Our phone number, 844-47-KEVIN. Write to us. There's our address right there, and let us know. We can help you. I've not only been to I haven't been to every church in America, but pretty much a lot of them in every state. So I can hook you up with a good church. You need a Bible-believing church. I can get you a Bible. I can do anything to help you. I want you to grow, and I want you to live this life out victorious and overcoming by the blood of the Lamb. And I want you to be strong in the Lord. Well, it is Valentine's Day, so we've got to do a love song. We got to do some, and he's been doing love songs. I mean, he's been doing great songs. Mark is such a great talent, and we really, honestly, could spend days. We just have you come. You can stay in the guest house,
Okay.
and just spend the week as my co-host, and just because. And I say that only because I mean that, because you're such a great talent and have so much to offer, and I think we only covered half of his career and the open doors God has given him, and I know the best is still yet to come. Believe it or not, I believe that for Mark. God bless. He's going to sing one more song. Did you write this one as well?
I did.
All
this
right.
is The Essence of You.
All right, I love it. Here is Mark Thomas. One more time.
You flash your smile, it lights the room. Your laughter echoes like a lovely tune. You kiss my lips and whisper your goodbye. Although you go, your essence fills my mind. The essence of you cannot be contained. The essence of you permeates my brain like an intoxicating champagne or a lingering perfume. Long after you have left the room, I still sense the essence of you. I reach for you and you're not there, though I feel your presence everywhere. I taste you in the very air I breathe. You envelop every part of me. The essence of you cannot be contained. The essence of you permeates my brain like an intoxicating champagne or a lingering perfume. Long after you have left the room, I still sense the essence of you. Like an intoxicating champagne or a lingering perfume. Long after you have left the room, I still sense the essence of
Wow! Oh my gosh, if that does not put you in the mood for love, then something is wrong with you. I love it. Genius, man. What do you rhyme with permeates my brain?
The essence of you cannot be contained.
Can't be contained. Permeates my brain. The perfume, what you left the room, even the sense, the essence.
And you know, it's funny you mentioned that. I wrote that whole chorus. Permeating like long after you have left the room. Da, 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 the essence of you. I had no idea what to put in that blank. for a long time. I would get to the end, da, 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 and then it was so obvious. I still sense. Yes.
No, it's genius. Bublé, come on, get with it. You need
Michael.
this song. Michael Bublé, you need this. I can hear Harry.
Connick.
Yes.
Well, I talked to him about this song.
You did?
Yeah, in New York. I went to his Broadway show and talked to him afterwards. Well, and I asked him, where can I send this? And he told me. And I thought, I'll do that if Michael declines. I want Michael Bublé first. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to have first dibs.
It's
But
not
I love
shabby.
Harry too.
Harry's not. Did you hear his gospel album that he did?
I didn't.
During COVID. During
I totally
COVID,
forgot
he
about
did.
that.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding
Oh no,
me.
it's genius. You need to hear that. But anyway, we could talk forever. Mark Thomas has been here, and he's coming back for sure. Tomorrow we have the beautiful soprano operatic voice of Chanel Sheeran here tomorrow. Do you know Chanel?
I do. I love her.
Oh man! And her husband Dan, he's a good singer, but he's also. He did all of her electric.
Oh, man alive.
He did electric for the studio.
She sang in the country chorale at Sunday Morning Country.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of all the big numbers, her voice, 2 octaves higher than everybody else, just topped it off.
Amazing. I know. Really amazing. Chanel Sharon tomorrow, so you don't want to miss it. You don't want to just let this show go by without sharing it. So push the share button, all you Facebook watchers. I shouldn't point. So I'll do this. Wouldn't be prudent. What you need to do is, push the share button, tell people, and do your part, because we are doing our part, and I want you to join with me. So every day we tell people that Jesus is the answer for this world today. We'll see you tomorrow right here in the AM Kevin Club. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
My
Bye,
pleasure.
everybody.
This brings to a close another edition of AM Kevin. We're glad you could join us. If you'd like to contact us, you can call us at 844-47-KEVIN. That number once again is 844-475-3846. Or you can write us at Kevin Shorey Ministries, P.O. Box 222, Pleasant View, Tennessee, 37146. Our email address is kshorymen@aol.com. And you can visit our website, kevinshorey.com. Join us again next time when we present another edition of AM Kevin. And remember, Jesus is the answer for this world today. AM Kevin is part of the outreach ministry of Kevin Shorey Ministries, Inc., all rights reserved.
let's see. Gotta make sure.
So is it like a meat and three?
Yes.
I don't do like collard greens and hardcore soul, but maybe,
Oh, you don't?
maybe there's something.
Well, it's usually chicken or pork chops or meatloaf or, but there's another little diner that has more of a variety, from sandwiches to meat and threes to salads and all that. You tell me, we will go. Okay, I've got to shut this down. I want to make sure.
I like your bows. I've got that too.